choice for the good of you, but not the one you make. One worth dying for if you saw her shake, shake, shake.
We can feel the flow underneath our feet.
I am listening.
We can feel the flow underneath our feet.
You are glistening.
We can feel the flow underneath our feet.
I am listening.
We can feel the flow underneath our feet. This might be it for you.
Run through the fire, out the wire. I would sell everything I own. I swim the ocean, dance with the devil. I'd sell my soul to take you home. Run through the fire, out the wire. I would sell everything I own. I'd swim the ocean, dance with the devil. I'd sell my soul to take you home.
My heart's been ripped wide open. So many mixed emotions. It's like I finally noticed I've been set free. I've been set free. I spent a lifetime running, fearing what I'd become if I stop playing goalie on all of my thoughts, yeah. Speaking out straight from my heart, but now I see. Oh, I see this love is taking over, breaking through my chest and overflowing. With every single beat, it pulls me closer, closer to you. I'm never gonna hold back being someone to lean on. I'll always be that 2 a.m. phone call when you need one. When everything in life is getting harder to shoulder, I'll be your soldier. My heart's been ripping wide open, 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 wide open. My heart's been ripping wide open, 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 wide open. No words enough to show it. Now my whole world's in motion. I feel like Fred, but in my neighborhood. Call me and I will make sure to set you free, to set you free. Oh, I see this love is taking over, breaking through my chest and overflowing. With every single beat, it pulls me closer, closer to you. I'm never gonna hold back being someone to lean on. I'll always be that 2 a.m. phone call when you need one. When everything in life is getting harder to shoulder, I'll be your soldier. My heart's been ripping wide open, 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 wide open. My heart's been ripping wide open, 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 wide open. Oh, I see this love is taking over, breaking through my chest and overflowing. With every single beat, it pulls me closer, closer to you. I'm never gonna hold back being someone to lean on. I'll always be that 2 a.m. phone call when you need one. When everything in life is getting harder to shoulder, I'll be your soldier. My heart's been ripping wide open, 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 wide open.
Hey, I got a confession. Been losing all momentum. Just because it's easy, but that don't make it better. I wanna dig my hands deep down in the dirt. Take a walk along the street if I'm feeling dessert. All of this convenience just doesn't work for me. I wanna play with fire, let me get hurt. Can we take it back to 95? Before we had this drama in our lives, just staring at the screen every day and night. I miss the rush of living in real life. Go get your DeLorean. Oh, I miss the summers with you and never swipe left or right. Ah, snuck in your window, no friend request, no, just spent the night. I had to walk right up to your locker and risk you saying, boy, just don't bother. I know this all just makes me sound ancient, but sons and daughters, that shit was amazing. Can we take it back to 95? Before we had this drama in our lives, just staring at the screen every day and night. I miss the rush of living in real life. Go get your DeLorean. Go get your DeLorean. Yo, what you got in that bag? Candy, cigarettes, and a Playboy bag? Many used to have to work for that. Wait for me, gotta dial up. Can't call my landline cause it's all tied up. Just bike over then. Oh, oh, oh. Can we take it back to 95? Before we had this drama in our lives, just staring at the screen every day and night. I miss the rush of living in real life.
Can you believe it? It is the 6th and final night of the SA Swimming Championships here in Quebec, formerly known as Port Elizabeth, wrapping up an incredible week of swimming action. We've seen records shattered, we've seen hopes made, we've seen dreams created, and tickets booked to Tokyo 2020. It is the final night of the Olympic and Paralympic trials. Who will add their name to the list of those going to Japan? Well, there are a few certainly vying for that opportunity. It has been an incredible week, and yeah, it promises to get bigger and better tonight. A big thank you to Newton Park Swimming Pool for hosting us. They really have come to the party and have been absolutely stellar hosts. Unfortunately, no crowds present, But the contenders have certainly been here, as have the coaches, members of the media, the administrators, all and sundry, and they have been so well looked after. Action-packed program tonight, a lot of races taking to the water, and we kick off with the women's 50-meter freestyle. 2 finals taking place, and we'll kick off with the B final. It's fast, it's furious, so don't go anywhere as the night begins. In the starting blocks, we've got Landman, Nel, Vogue, Monroe, de Villiers, Rousseau, Hearn, and Paljek. Here we go. And in they go, 50 meters from start to finish. It's going to be very, very quick. The quickest time in the prelims, 27:04, set by Monroe. And she is in lane 4, going along nicely, followed by Vogue de Villiers going strong 2. Watch out for Landman over in lane 1. They're close to the finish. There's little to choose between them. And look at the start from the competitors. Monroe going very, very nicely. Wow, this is going to be a dead heat. Over in lane 3, Vogue looking good. Who's going to get there? I think it was Vogue. Let's see. And it was Tori Vogue, 27.04. No, in fact, Kelsey Monroe got there first. It looks as 26.85. Wow. And just ahead of Veronique Rousseau. That's amazing. Jeez, those times were very, very quick and almost nothing to choose between them. Kelsey Monroe with the victory, 26.85, just ahead of Rousseau. And Tori Vogue grabbing 3rd place. But look at those times, 26.85, 26.90, 27.04. And joining me, as always, to wrap up an incredible week of action, we have Theo Verster. Theo, what a race to kick things off.
Oh, yes, thank you very much. Last day, fast day. I'm looking forward to this next race. Emma had a phenomenal swim qualifying there and breaking Erin Gallagher's record. Just a phenomenal swim for morning, and I think now she can relax and just enjoy the next swim.
Yeah, this the pace that she put out this morning, 24.72. Erin's previous record was 24.95. Could we? Erin's going to be racing in this as well. Do you think we could see that time bettered in a final?
I think so. Erin definitely didn't swim as hard as what she did this morning, and she's definitely going to step it up for this final.
Okay, so we wait and see the action take to the water. It's going to be very, very exciting indeed. Emma Chelius in lane 4 today, breaking the SA record. And in doing so, booking her trip to Tokyo. Of course, she is in that 4x100 relay team as well, as is Erin Gallagher. She'll be swimming in lane 3. And yeah, I mean, this is such a fast race. If you make the slightest bit of mistake, your race is pretty much gone.
Absolutely. You got to do everything perfectly from the start right through, not to do too much breathing for the body to drop. And you know what, at the end of the day, it's a sprinter's race. It's the fastest horse is going to get to the end there. I'm looking forward to this. This is going to be great.
Okay, so don't go anywhere. This really is going to be a big one. We could see another record fall because remember, we'll remind you, Erin Gallagher held the record, 24.95. This morning during the heats, that record was broken by her 100-meter freestyle teammate, Emma Chelius, posting a time of 24.72, and in so doing, booking a trip to Tokyo. No doubt about it, Gallagher will want to get that record back. Even though they're very close, they're still opponents. And here we go. De Jager, Nel, Gallagher, Chelius, Vitamin, Kenny, De Lange, and Meyer. Blink and you'll miss it, folks. Get ready. In they go, very fast start from Erin Gallagher. Chelius held back a little bit, very slow out the box. So Erin Gallagher well out in front. Chelius missing the start there. So Erin Gallagher pulling away very, very nicely. She wants this time. Erin Gallagher going along very, very strong. 0.17 we've got at the moment. Look at them go. This is going to be sensational. Erin Gallagher, watch her go. And it is, in fact, what was that? Was Emma Chelius fighting back brilliantly. 25.00 from Emma Chelius. That was sensational comeback from Emma Chelius. It's not better than today's time. but she does get the P1. Thea, what a comeback.
It's phenomenal. I mean, to do
Wow.
a slow start like that and still be able to pull it back is amazing. It just shows you how fast she really is. She's on tip-top shape at the moment.
We're actually beside ourselves as to how she managed to pull it back. She was so slow out of the blocks. And Erin Gallagher flew into the water so much quicker, and Emma Chelius managed to fight back brilliantly. 25 seconds she posted. A little slower than her earlier time, Erin Gallagher. There we go. Confirmation of that, how slow she was. I mean, wow. I mean, we spoke about the slightest mistake earlier, and she proves that you can still win a race, even you do that.
It is very seldom that this happens, but it just shows you she is in fantastic shape at the moment. And you know what? All credit to her, but I'm very happy for her that she actually got the time this morning, because that would have been sad to have missed the time on that poor start.
100%. And without a doubt, I mean, the pressure was off her, so of course she wanted to have a good start anyway. But, you know, now that you've done the job, you can kind of relax a little bit. And maybe that's what took place. But even so, she went on to grab the win, 25 seconds exactly. Erin Gallagher grabbing second, 25.51, and Vitamin third, 25.58. No one managing to crack that Tokyo time, 24.77. But it was done earlier today by Emma Chelius. And that is the ladies' races done and dusted as far as the 50 is concerned, because now we move over to the men, which promises to be a little quicker.
That's it, correct. I think the first one, we're looking at some of these guys hopefully dropping down a little bit quicker to a low 23. But I think that final is the A final is going to be superb. It's going to be Doug's last race, his swan song race. And he said this afternoon that he felt very comfortable. He was very happy to have seen being under 23, because he hasn't been around there for quite some time. So he was relieved. And but he said he's very comfortable, very happy to do this as a last swim. So obviously he wants to go out on a high note.
Yeah, well, we had him in the hot seat yesterday. And a great guy. And it's funny, we're chatting about ages, because he's without a doubt the eldest guy taking part in these finals, 31 years of age. I think the closest age to him is 25. That's Clayton Jimmy, as well as Ryan Kutsia. And Doug Erasmus said, you know, it's not a big thing when you talk about 50 freestyle, because I think the record holder, or the top pace, is 36 years old.
Correct. There's quite a few of the Brazilians that's hitting in the early 30s to obviously right up to 36. And they've shown, and we've got a few guys in America as well doing comebacks. We've got Roland that's still been swimming and can still do a sub-23 swim. So that is very impressive at an older age.
So here we go into the B final. Spijker, van der Aar, Van Reenen, Matthijssen, Haddon, Du Plessis, Hardigan, and Schlechter. In they go. Pretty quick starts all round. And look out for Du Plessis, looking very strong over in lane 6. Haddon keeping up with him. Matthijssen going along nicely too. Du Plessis looking very good. Hardigan looking to edge ahead. I think Hardigan might be just in front. Du Plessis, in fact, looking good. Who's going to get there? Jeez, it was over maybe Matthijssen. Lucian Matthijssen, 23.61, just ahead of Francois Du Plessis, 23.65, and Van der Aar, 23.66. Matthijssen, Du Plessis, Van der Aar. And look at those times on the side.
If you miss it, if you blink, you're going to miss it. So these guys are quick, seriously quick. All of those guys basically went faster than this morning. And we saw that just the start, phenomenal from lane 6 just to get that proper start. Just shows you how much a start means in any race.
Lucian Matthijssen with the victory. Recapping, have a look at the start here, Theo. You spoke about it and you mentioned it immediately.
That is phenomenal. And you can see the nice streamline underwater. Keeping that body in a streamline position is so important. And most of these guys are hitting out at 15 meters before they break out. And I think the viewers also need to know that most of those guys didn't take a breath for the entire 50 meters. So even with Emma, I saw this morning, she only took one breath at 25 and then she finished the race. But the big boys over here, the men, they normally swim it all the way through with one breath.
Wow. Now that says it all. So congratulations to Lucian Matthijssen winning the men's B final in the 50 freestyle. We move over to the A final. to the men getting out of the water. Matthijs and Duplessis, Van der Aar. The leaderboard following that B final. And now we have a big one, the A final. Gabriel Nokia, Clayton Jimmy, Mike Guricic, Doug Erasmus, Ryan Coetzee, Matthew Bosch, Volmerans and Indebele. Caught up with Kobe Indebele earlier today. Interesting history. I think he grew up in England, if I'm not mistaken. Made his move to Johannesburg, and now he's based in Pietermaritzburg, being coached by Wayne Ridden.
Correct. He just moved. His coach, Stephen Haupt, got a position to work in Mauritius. Took up a head coach position there, and that's why I moved to Wayne.
Okay. He's only been there for a couple of weeks. Says it was a bit of a culture shock moving from the big smoke, the big lights of Johannesburg, going down to Pietermaritzburg, but he said he's there to swim, and that's what he's doing.
Absolutely, and he's getting the best coaching down there with Wayne, so that's very, very good.
Indebele on the right of the picture there. You can see him with the green/yellow SEAL swimming cap. And the big men line up for the A final in the 50 free. Nokia, Jimmy, Guricic, Erasmus, Coetzee, Bosch, Volmerans, and Indebele.
And I think we need to focus here on Doug Erasmus. His start, phenomenal. He's one of the best starters in the world. Always gets out very, very quick out of the blocks. And I'm always just, to stand next to the pool and just watch this guy start, this is what I live for. I mean, to see somebody travel that far through the air is just amazing.
So Doug Erasmus, 31 years of age. That Tokyo time, a reminder, 22.01. Erasmus today was 22.95. 22.01. May possibly be out of reach, but here we go. Terrific start from Doug Erasmus, also from Ryan Coetzee, as the men begin their 50 free final. It is the A final. Nothing but whitewash. Doug Erasmus powering forward, as does Coetzee. Bosch looking good too, but look at Doug Erasmus go. He is edging ahead of Coetzee. Erasmus looking very strong, very fast. Also in the outside lane in the belly, but Doug Erasmus, who will get there first? Wow! Doug Erasmus, 23.01 gets it. Wow.
What a touch.
What a touch. Just beating at the touch does Doug Erasmus in his final race. He joined me yesterday. He spoke about how excited he was to cap off his career with a victory. You can hear the cheers in the crowd. There we go. Doug Erasmus, what a way to say goodbye.
He's been such a phenomenal ambassador to swimming and 50-meter sprints, 100-meter sprints, and to see him go is sad. But obviously he's got big plans to move to America, and we would just wish him all the best of luck, and hopefully when he comes and visits, hopefully he can catch up with the youngsters and give them some tips on how well to start it like he does.
Look at that start from Doug Erasmus. Also Coetzee with a very good start himself. And here they go into the water as they begin their 50 free final. What a way to say goodbye. And a very popular figure as well. You could hear the crowd going crazy.
Absolutely. That's not even his teammates. And they appreciate what he's done for the sport. And I mean, look at that. True champion. And he's doing that because I think him and Ryan had something going there. Maybe a side wager. But two characters of swimming. He will definitely be missed. But I'm sure he'll be around for the future generations to share his knowledge as well.
No less than 6 KZN swimmers represented in the pool in that the men's 50 free A final. Terrific performance from them as we move over to the 1500 freestyle. But before we do, let's go downstairs.
Now I'm going to talk about something else. We're going to be talking to Emma Chelius quickly about her fantastic 50 meters freestyle. We have Emma with us and her swim this morning. I even got goosebumps. It looked like she was struggling to swim back. She was so full of emotion. And incredible swim, 24.7. How did you feel about that race?
So much. I think everyone's cheering for Doug Erasmus and his awesome 50-meter freestyle. So congrats to him, a very special night. I feel really, really excited about how my swim went this morning. It's such an awesome feeling to just have nailed it in the heat. It really had to be everything coming together smoothly for this morning, and yeah, I just took a lot of pressure off for this afternoon, for this evening. I think it's a great way to end the meet, and obviously very excited for Tokyo later this year.
Yeah, well, I can clearly see you've put a lot of work in the gym. You're looking in tip-top shape, but this morning was just incredible. You looked like you are totally on form. I think tonight you had a little bit of a late start, and that affected you a bit. You would have had another 24, I'm sure. So we can't wait for the next few months, and we're super proud of you, and keep it up.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thanks, Dave.
Thank you very much to David Glover, chatting to Emma Chelius, who, despite a very slow start in the women's 50 free final, she managed to capture the win a little under her time earlier today, but that time that she posted earlier today was a new SA record, and in doing so, booked a trip to Tokyo.
Phenomenal. I'm so, like David said, he had goosebumps. I think everybody that was sitting up there, it was crazy. Like, everybody just jumped up as one, and we're just so grateful to see another female qualify for Olympics.
Yeah, lovely to see. And as we get a chance to catch our breath following those tremendous races in the 50 free, we move over to a little longer one this time around. It's the women 1500 freestyle. Who to watch out for, Yethia?
I would definitely be looking at Samantha Randall there in lane 4. But I think Van Rensburg in lane 5 will definitely be pushing her all the way. She didn't have the greatest of 800s earlier in the week, but I'm sure that the 1500 is the one that she wants to go for.
And we begin. Women's 1500 freestyle. It's a long one. The record held by Wendy Trott. 6:05.63, set in 2011.
And as I said, Van Rensburg on the 800, she also went out pretty quick. And that is her strategy. And as you can see, the boards are coming out that there's another 29 laps left. So going from the shortest race in the pool to the longest one is getting something you got to get used to it.
Unbelievable. I said 6:05. That definitely was incorrect. It was 16:05.63, set by Wendy Trott in 2011. And we do have Tori Earl in lane 1, Robertson in 2, McMorrin 3, Randall 4, Van Rensburg 5, Rolfie 6, and Carly Antonopoulos in 7. Did you ever dabble in the 1500?
Back in like when I was really small, I had the opportunity to swim in a seawater pool in Durban, the Rachel Finlayson swimming pool on the beachfront. And unfortunately, back in those days, I couldn't dive with goggles. I didn't know how to, and we were told to put Vaseline around our eyes. And as soon as I finished the race, I kind of took a swipe at my eyes and had all that very salty Vaseline in my eyes, and I couldn't see for like a couple of hours. So terrible experience. I guess that's when I decided to go to the shorter events, because 1500 was definitely not for me.
I mean, this is an amazing example of stamina and endurance. And I can't fathom. I mean, I look at those boards that were held down now, the amount of laps that they need to complete in this event.
I think if you're a sprinter and you see 27 laps still to come, that's when you want to like maybe just slide out and just disappear somewhere. But you know what? These girls train for this specific event. Like you said, phenomenal stamina. They dedicated. These days, 1500 is more a tactical race, but your 800 and 400 back in the day was also a long-distance event, but these days it's a sprint event. These guys actually sprint the entire 400 and 800 meters. So, you know, we've looked at Sung Young when he broke the world record. How he swam on the last 200 meters is just phenomenal. These guys have got incredible stamina.
They certainly do. It's been incredible to see. Having a look at Lee McMorrin leading the way for now. And that's just ahead of Robertson. Meanwhile, going strong as well. Over in lane 5 is Van Rensburg. 25 laps to go in the pool. Do they lose count of the laps? I mean, that's obviously why the boards are there. But do they? I mean, if I think about speaking to the coaches, how finite it is, counting your strokes, etc. So do they lose count?
At this level, they won't lose count. But you know what the younger guys do sometimes, because it is something when you're just swimming up and down a black line that you kind of forget. We've had some top international swimmers actually stopping in a short course pool where on a 400 where they still had a 50 to go. We saw that at the ISL. So where a guy stopped at 350 and he still needed to go for an extra 50. So even the top guys can get it wrong, but very seldom does it happen with these guys. You know, they train to count their strokes, they train to count their laps, and it's very seldom that this happens.
One thing I wondered was about, do they ever forget when you're swimming a medley which stroke is next? Have you ever seen that happen? No. I actually can't recall that I've ever seen that. I've seen guys dive in for butterfly doing freestyle. That I've seen before, but not starting on fly and not knowing that backstroke is next. So no, I haven't seen that. But many times guys popping up for freestyle, I've seen that happen. That is amazing.
And I think, as you can see, Samantha is now letting these guys get away from her. And I mean, we're coming up for the 400-meter mark now. No, 300-meter mark now. Oh, this is actually the 400-meter mark coming up now. She's letting them go. You know, 1,100 meters. This gap is just going to stretch out. And on the far side, Hannah Roberts is still in it. And she's got amazing finishing potential.
Yeah.
So if she can get a little bit closer to lane number 3, to Lee, she'll be able to make a good run of it on the last 400 meters.
Samantha Randall's quickest time, 17:11:07, and the Tokyo qualifying time, 16:32:04. So that would probably be out of the reckoning unless he puts on a sensational performance. So as this race continues, let's not forget about the Swimming South Africa Aquatic Ambassador Program. You can be part of the Aquatics Ambassadors. We have a host of sponsors on board. As you can see at the bottom, saving lives, nurturing talent. And this is all to contribute towards Swimming South Africa and stand in line to win up to 500,000 rands worth of prizes, the biggest of which in the lucky draw is this amazing Ford Fiesta, which is valued at around 300,000 rand. It really is a superb prize to get on. So all you need to do is get to SSA Ambassadors and donate to stand a chance to win 500,000 rand in prizes, that grand prize of that Ford Fiesta. Also, we have partners that have provided holiday packages and gift vouchers from between 500 to 10,000 rand. So Aquatic Ambassadors, all you need, you can donate 300 rand per draw, and you can also choose to make as many draws that you'd like to support the program, and it will run until December 2021. The draw will be made on the 1st of December. And a big thank you to our various sponsors that have joined us: Action Ford, Arena, HTH, Marriott Hotel, Smart Afro, Online Megastore, Turbo Swimwear, Train Camp, Lila, Made by Coco, and Health Hub. And look at all these amazing, outstanding prizes. Win one of 12 Pro cards. They're valued at 14,000 rand. To go and enjoy luxury stays where you'd like via that Pro Card Explorer. Training camp vouchers. I mean, geez, the list just carries on and on.